Hello everyone, it's Caribbean and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. Hope you all just having a wonderful day and that you are safe.
Yes, and in really great health.
That's what it's all about.
Especially these days.
So Dina, what we want to talk about today?
So today I just wanted to reiterate about packages because we've been getting people who wanted information on Venmo Pack.
Right.
The source that we use to get things from the U.S., some of the U.S. vendors, and how I get all my stuff through Amazon here. And then also the game changer.
Right.
That's what I'm going to call it. Xoom, Xoom. And after the video, I will show both online so that you can see the sites. But Xoom is what I found to save you a big headache from running to have to pay bills in person. Because no matter what country you're in, Xoom is a subsidiary of PayPal. And you can pay your Colado bill, your Altice, whoever your cellular provider is, whoever your internet provider is, whoever your power provider, it's got Edenorte, Edesur, no. And then it's got utilities like cable and, so I said internet, right? And cable, that's it. That's the only things you can pay. You cannot pay water on there. Corazon has their own website, and you can't pay gas on there. But other than that, you can cover your power bills, your cell bills, your internet bills, and what else did I say?
Your internet bills and cable.
I forget because we don't have cable.
Right, sure don't.
But it's on there.
We got something way better than cable. Hello.
So Xoom can also be used in replace of Western Union because you can actually send money through PayPal.
Right, absolutely.
Through Xoom to any country. So I would say check it. It's good. This is also great for the people who not only have homes here in the Dominican Republic, but Costa Rica and places like that. Philippines, I think, is listed on there. So you just go in, look at it, see what country you're trying to pay bills in, and see how helpful it will be. I will tell you this, they do charge $2.99, but I will gladly pay a $2.99 fee. You can also change your method of payment for you guys that are watching us from different countries. If you're paying in euros, your card is a euro card, you know, a euro bank. You can change it to euros. If you want to pay in pesos, you can pay in pesos. If you want to pay in USD, because your bank card is USD, you can change it and put it to USD. That's so that you can save on bank fees.
Right, absolutely, absolutely, which is very, very important. So yeah, this is a game changer right here, guys. Yeah, it is definitely a game changer.
And the fact that it's a subsidiary of PayPal makes it easy and makes it secure. And to me, the security of people's accounts, my accounts, and money is the most important thing.
Right.
That would always surpass the ease of something, because something might be easy, but it might be a little sleazy.
There you go. So. And it just saves me a lot of running around, a lot of line, because you know you got this social distancing going on now. So now you got to get everybody's packed up in line, 6 feet apart. Yeah. And it just saves a lot of time during the day for me. So I can be home doing videos, at home chilling, like a villain.
But yeah, so go to Xoom, and again, I'm saying it like that, but it's Xoom, and check it out. It'll, show you if you have a bill. It'll show you how to put it in, and it'll show you how to go through the provider and choose your provider. It'll tell you the price, like for us is in pesos. It converts it to whatever the current currency exchange is, so you're getting the most bang for your buck. Right. It tells you in US how much your bill is going to be, because I paid in US dollars. And it was so easy. I literally paid 4 bills in less than 5 to 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
So I love it. And I did it in my PJs.
And this kind of helps out in case, because at some point we will be traveling again, me and her. If we can pay our bills from another country, and make sure that everything is current. When we come back, the lights and everything still be on, everything still be working on a normal basis.
Right, so I know a lot of the subscribers are talking about how you guys have not fully made the transition, that you're not here full-time like us. I get it. So if you're in the United States, but you're still keeping up with the place here, now you could literally sit at home, pay the bills for that place, and still be at the comfort of the United States of America or Europe or wherever you're at.
Wherever you're at. Wherever
Canada,
you
whatever.
at.
Yep.
And that's an app, right, baby? That's an app.
It's a website. It has an app, but I didn't
Website.
use the app. I did it on my laptop, so I used the website.
Okay. In case anybody has that question.
But it does have an app. It does. So if you want to do it, if you want to do an app, you can. Here, let me lower that.
Yeah,
so
lower
you
that,
don't-
please.
Thank you. So anyways, yeah. So besides that, you and I were having a conversation.
Right.
So we kind of wanted to chime in and include you guys in this conversation.
Right.
And see what you guys think.
Right. And that subject is equality.
Yes.
Equality.
And not just racial equality, although I feel like racial equality is a huge part of it, but equality in services rendered, I guess is the best way to describe how we got onto that subject, right?
Right.
How did we start that subject? Wasn't it somebody chimed in on?
Well, some people chimed in on, certain things. Some people are really, really boisterous to certain things that go on in this country. And I was saying, listen, this country, Dominican Republic, is our host. So we're here to enhance the quality of living. We're not here to dog out every business. We're not here to talk about what we're going to do against the government or anything like that.
So basically, then this started because someone made a comment about gringo pricing again. And I'm so tired of hearing that because I think that's just, it was thrown out there by somebody, and yes, it does exist on certain levels, but I will tell you this, when you're a part of a community and you become, like a regular, I would might as well say, you live here, you're a resident, I feel like you're treated just like everyone else. They see you every day, you spend money just like everyone else. You're here to help the economy just like you would help the economy in the United States. And I see this problem a lot, even in the United States. When we live there, how many times do you see people pay or want to pay immigrants, and I'll say immigrants like Mexican Americans and any minority, a lot less than they would someone who walked through the door. I hate to say it, that was American or white or whatever. Because we lived in Las Vegas,
Right,
and I will tell you, if a guy was coming to cut your grass and he walked up and he was Mexican and he could come in the same truck as an American guy, you're going to afford the American guy, the respect to pay him what he's due. So meaning if your lawn and you know how much it should cost, you would pay $40 to $50 to get your lawn taken care of. You would pay that guy, but then when the Mexican guy shows up or the Puerto Rican guy, you're trying to Jew him down and you want to pay him $20 and you're arguing and wondering, why should I pay you more than $20? I think it's racial inequality. I see it through those lenses because I'm not black and I'm not white. So I can go between the two races. I am a minority. You know what I'm saying? And I can see, because a lot of people look at me and hear me and then would think, oh, well, she's Italian or she's white or she's whatever. So I have found that the struggle is real.
The struggle bus.
Because you see both. Because I see how they treat me and then how they'll treat you or our sons or, our friends that do the same type of service. Well, in the same effect, those same problems that you're going through in the U.S., I feel like some of the foreigners that come out here, the Americans, the Canadians, the Europeans, they all come out here. And although they cry and bitch and complain about all the social inequality in their countries, they come here and then they commit the crime here. If a place is worth a certain price, and you know darn well that's still a great deal, I don't say just take the price because they say, always there's a level of negotiation because nobody would just pay whatever someone says. But don't look at a place where you clearly know is worth $800 and up and tell them, well, I'm only going to pay $300 because if I was Dominican, you would only charge me $300. No, that person paid for that place that they're renting you.
Right.
That person is trying to recoup the money they spent on that place.
Right. They can get
Just like
free.
if you owned a home in the U.S. and you were renting it out.
Right.
You wouldn't want somebody to walk in and tell you that it's worth $300. So I think there's a lot of that, and it's racial inequality. Why do you think that the Dominican doesn't deserve the money? They do.
Right.
If it's a nice house.
Because there's some of the
why
hardest
not?
working people that I've ever seen in my life.
But
the
it's-
Dominican people.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not any different than somebody paying a black person less that works, wherever. And it's no different than a Mexican guy that comes to cut your grass. It ain't no different. It's the
Right.
same. You are being, I think, racially unequal.
Right. And sometimes you got to pay things forward. Because even when we had our maid here, we gave her a good salary when she was here cleaning for us twice a week.
And everybody said we're crazy for how much we
everybody
paid.
said we're crazy for how much we paid for. But sometimes in life, you pay things forward because
Yes.
you never know where you're going to find yourself financially or whatever. So you never know. So sometimes you got to pay things forward because it'll come back to you when you do good things and when you respect people, But when you try to come here, you try to hassle everything, and everything is a game. And you know what? At some point, karma will catch up with you.
Well, and like I said, clearly if you're in retirement, you do have a budget.
Right.
So work within the constraints of your budget, but know your budget. It doesn't mean you have to screw everybody, because if you can't afford to live here, you need to stay and keep on working then.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
You sure can. You sure can.
You gotta pay to play.
And don't
Pay the
criticize
cost
somebody
to be the
else.
boss.
Don't criticize somebody else that come and get a good spot, and you ain't got the same spot that person got. Okay? You get your nose and stuff out the dirt, and you start looking around, start putting your life together, and perhaps you can be in the same identical spot.
Right.
Because I tell you what, wherever we get in life, we paid the price. You don't know what we paid for in the past. We did a lot of donations. We gave a lot to our church. And you know what? We're here because of God's grace and because of God's mercy.
Yeah, and in every neighborhood, there is pricing, meaning that, like Detroit, I'll take that for example. Detroit was in an economic decline when I first moved there, which was umpteen years ago. Then came in the casinos, so then they redid downtown Detroit. They gutted and got rid of old dilapidated buildings. They put in new brownstones. They put in a new stadium. Everything was to beautify the city. They call it gentrification. Well, yes, because then in came the yuppies with the money, and they bought those places for a lot of money, to which they pushed out people of color and of less income. So it happens. The same thing happens here too. If it's a beautiful, nice neighborhood where upper society lives, they're not gonna let a place rent for pennies on the dollar where they're gonna get the wrong element into their neighborhood.
Right.
And I don't blame them. I come from Gary, I know.
Right.
Like
and I came from Newark.
in Gary,
So
they
I
did
know.
the same thing. Gary, when I first lived there at 5 years old, was white America because of the steel mills. There was a lot of like Polish and white people that worked in the steel mills, and then a lot of Latins started working there, a lot of black. Well, then they went to the nicer neighborhoods, and then Gary became all black.
Right.
All minorities, you might as well say, because there's a bunch of Puerto Ricans who live there. Shout out to my family. And, Latins. And so I'm just saying, so I have seen gentrification. I've seen the move. It's not nothing that we haven't all seen. So to come here and think that you're going to have your windows open and your music blasting.
Right.
And you're going to be, smoking cigars and drinking rum and screaming out, hey, mommy, hey, pretty this, pretty that.
Hey, Poppy,
and everything's
Poppy.
going to be cheap. And you're going to live around in a nice neighborhood around well-educated people who are working very hard to live there. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that's not going
Ain't
to happen.
Captain. You need to go live in the hood then. Just saying.
So we're just letting you know, like I always say on the channel, you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Okay? So don't criticize somebody else, because I had one guy criticized on the channel, trying to criticize me,
Well, he was trying to say because we were American and da-da-da, and I said, mira, no te olvidas, I'm Puerto Rican, okay? Don't forget.
So, with that said, in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life is to be enjoyed.
Yes.
Hit that subscription notification, and we're moving right along, real great. We're over 800, and we'll be at 1,000
Thank you
before
guys so
you
much.
know it. thank you so very much.
Gracias a todo. Since I gotta prove my Puerto Ricanness.
Till the next time, peace.